Hello, thank you for being here. This is Light and Bone Tarot, and I am doing a reading for the new year. So, Happy New Year. This is January 22nd, or my goodness, 2022, your wealth and abundance. Yeah, I've done a couple of readings now for the new year that haven't necessarily revolved around a relationship, and it's been interesting to see what comes up because I generally love reading for relationships. It's my favorite thing, but it's interesting to do it a little differently. So we've had some pretty cool things come up. So anyway, this is your wealth and abundance. We've got 4 pictures here, and I've numbered them 111, 222, 777, and 888, which I think are lucky numbers. So between the numbers and the pictures, please pick a pick, and we will find out just how amazing this new year is going to be for you. So with that, let's get started. Okay, if you picked pile 1, or picture 1 rather, which is number 111, great, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Let's get an idea of your wealth and abundance this new year. So this is going to be a fun reading. I think there's a lot of things that are going to come up in this, actually. There may be relationship stuff. I think there's going to be just a whole lot of exciting things. Okay, let me get a card for where you are. We're going to get a line of where you're at right now in your wealth and abundance. Let's see what you're doing here. And we'll get into it. Okay, so very cool to see the Mother of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles side by side like this. And then we've got Strength, and we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is just sheer anxiety, nightmares, stuff of nightmares. It's not a fun card. But the rest of these cards, including balance, are very positive and very good. So I see Strength here. Let me take a look at all these and kind of see what I'm getting for wealth and abundance, which is a different, it's a different feel because not all the cards, pertain to wealth. If I want to see, if I'm thinking of where you are right now, I think you're caring for someone, and it's not just exactly the picture on the cards, but I do think you're the Mother of Pentacles. I also think you're Strength, and I think the situation in which you care for someone, which I will say is the Daughter of Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be a daughter or a female for that matter. It's just someone you're caring for that is a Daughter of Pentacles energy, and I think that this is something that you're working on finding a balance with this. And since we're talking about money and home and pentacle type energy, I think it is something around, balancing the home life, balancing the finances, balancing like moving forward, career, child, caretaker, however it is. But there's definitely a balance that needs to happen with this. And it does cause you a little bit of stress or anxiety, just to be quite frank. That's, definitely an energy that you're dealing with. But the Strength it's a very positive card. There's so much to this card. It's a gentle strength. It's not an overbearing or controlling strength. It's not a strength of like muscles or sheer force. It's like a coaxing kind of, it's like leading through like gentle persuasion, basically, or through example. It's just a card of, I think, getting people to work with you and follow you and just kind of adhere to what you want, because what you want is the right thing, and it's just in everyone's best interest, I guess. So this is there's a really positive energy that comes with this card. And I like to see it. And it's also, there's a lot of courage in this card too. It is a fire sign. It is, I know it's connected to the solar plexus chakra, which makes me think there's just that guttural instinct in this. And that, like you can summon this energy or this, within yourself. You have, I guess, the sheer willpower to make something happen. And you can bend others towards or away from what you want or don't want. This is it's a sun card. and it's fire. And there's a lot of fire in this card, but a very, very gentle burn. So yeah, the Mother of Pentacles. So these are two earth cards. And what I love about that is there is a very, very gentle nature to these. Even though we have the lion and the deer here, it's like the Mother of Pentacles is a protector. She's a soother. She is a homemaker. She's someone that you would find out in nature. Ideally, if she can be in her element, she'd be out in nature. If that's not really an option, if you live in the city or a high rise or whatever, I don't know, you would, I don't know, have a lot of plants in your house, or you would just have a way of connecting, feeding the birds on your porch, like you have a bird feeder, something that you need that connection to nature that helps ground you. And you probably, whoever you have in your life that's a Daughter of Pentacles energy, you're probably trying to show them, connect them to the earth as much as possible as well. Whether it's like, trips to the beach, walks through nature, loving your pets, whatever it is, there's definitely that connection. So what this has to do with money yet, we don't know. There's none of that here, but it gives me a snapshot of, I think, what could be stressing you out. And if you had goals with finances, there's a good chance they'd be kind of focused around a family. So let me get an idea of your current financial situation. Okay, let's see here. Three of Cups, Two of Swords, and Mother of Cups. So for your current financial situation, I'm going to say there's okay, so the Mother of Cups is like Three of Cups is like a friendly, it's the friendship card, basically. There can definitely be like a love and an intimacy there as well, but it is like, it's a first and foremost a friendship, a connection, which is sweet and wholesome. And I also let me think, because this isn't necessarily about you. This is about your current financial situation, which I'm trying to get a read on. Okay, so this is a choice. I think at your work, you're the Mother of Cups, whatever that means. And I don't know what you do, but the Mother of Cups at work would be someone who is very much nurturing. So, it can be just the nurse, or it can be someone who has to talk to people, but it's someone who really has to put themselves second and the other people first, which I think can be quite exhausting. And I'm sure we'll get into that. But that would be maybe the friendship that I'm seeing here. And then I see a choice here with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands doesn't usually make me think of a bad choice. Like, not so much, it's a dilemma, but there's no reason to think that your dilemma isn't one good option or another good option. But again, not so much about your finances, but I do think with work that you are the Mother of Cups. I don't see that as draining. I'm thinking it probably is, but I think you really, these are two very happy cards, and the lines here are rainbow themed. So I think you actually, looking at this more, I think you very much love your work. I want to get an idea about what this choice is, because it could be around family, it could be around finances. Let me get a card about this choice. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So Five of Wands, it's a little bit of conflict. You could be conflicted, or there could actually be conflict at work. But I'm seeing friendship, which I think might be more or less, I don't think it's conflict at work. I do think you're conflicted. Okay, let's get another card. Why are you conflicted? Because this is, where are we going with this? If we've got a Three of Wands here, foresight, not quite an answer, but this is a card of like weighing options, looking out, considering all, just considering the road ahead of you. What do you do? It really doesn't help us, but it further instills that you have a choice, you're conflicted, and you are heavily weighing your options. This is where we're at in regards to your either your professional status right now, or your career and your earnings. I have a feeling that Spirit isn't wanting to tell me any more about this right now, because these are just 3 cards to further instill that you have a choice or a conflict at work. I'm not going to press the issue here, but I will go in this direction, because it looks like if we go this way, it gets happy. Although this is happy, this choice, I think maybe it's an option to go in on your own. Maybe it's a choice to spend more time at home working with your family or something, and maybe you can, maybe the money's there, so it's not really a stressful choice. I don't get the feeling that it's like a bad choice. I just think that you are conflicted, and that it is requiring a lot of foresight, quite frankly. Okay, so if we go this way with your work, we're going to get into a little bit more clarity here with finances and such. But I do see you as the Mother of Cups at work. You're the Mother of Pentacles at home. Slightly different energy. This is more of like a nurturing, almost like you wouldn't even need the words for it. You would take from what's around you and turn that into like a positive, like you could make a cup of tea and that could be your beautiful connection. Whereas here, I feel like there's a lot more words, there's a lot more feelings, there's a lot more like outpouring of expression, which is a beautiful outlet to have at work. Just for me, this could be a very draining energy if it was asked of me all the time. But that's not, I'm totally putting my energy on this and it doesn't need to be heard. Everything seems great for you. Okay, let me get 2 more cards actually about your current situation at work, because there's a friendship card here, which I think has a lot to do with maybe you've got coworkers you've had for a long time. I really just keep coming back to being a nurse. Everyone here isn't a nurse, but it does make me think of that kind of, you're really helping, you're providing a service, you're connecting, and in doing that, there's communication. So, this could be, a dental hygienist, it could be a therapist, psychologist, it could be a server who just is constantly speaking to people. There's so many things this could be, but it is there's a lot of communication going on at work. Okay, let's get a little bit more about your work and finances here. So 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is a really beautiful card, and it is just the pinnacle of the cups, which is a very loving, emotional suit. But this is a card of marriage. This is a card of like family, of love, of just everything. If you think of when you think of getting married in the most like quintessential way, that's what the 10 of Cups would embody. So this is just that quintessential, perfect little situation family card. So if it comes after this, and then we have Father of Wands. So I just go off what I feel. It doesn't always answer the question exactly, but I think you have a really nice home life. I'm going to say that, but this is the vibe I get. Whatever, and everyone's home life is different. Whatever it is, it really works for you. And I do think there's a Father of Wands in your life. And so I think this person is your partner, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's an energy. It's a male energy. And a Father of Wands is it's someone who's very, very alive, very vibrant, very connected. There's some psychic powers that go along with the Fire of Wands. I think they can have a very spiritual side to them. They're in tune, but there's a fire to them. They're interesting. They're charismatic. They are vibrant. This could be your own father. Maybe your own father is really close in your life. Your mother too, but this is more, or whoever this energy is. But I'm just saying it doesn't have to be like a romantic partner, although it very well could be. But yeah, these cards here could mean that you just have a really stable, very, very happy home life, and that whoever this Father of Wands is, I think they protect you. I think you guys really have a lot of respect for one another. I think there's great communication, and I think that whatever decision you make, not only would you want their input, but they would be part of considering all this would have to do with your home life. Absolutely. And this other person who's the Father of Wands. And of course, you have someone you care for very much. And and you're a little bit stressed, and I do think you are trying to strike a balance, which you're doing, but looking forward into the new year, you're probably wondering like, how do I do this? Is this I don't know. And I don't know what this choice is about your career. But I do see that you're happy in your career. I really do. I don't think you wake up every day and think like, oh, am I in the right job? Should I leave my job? I don't get that feeling. I get the feeling more like there's just something that you've been kicking around, and there's a decision to make, and you're slightly conflicted. And I don't know, this could be even a move, although it could be a move, but it's something that would upset your work, which would probably trickle down into your home life. But yeah, let's get some good, I'm going to flank this with 2 oracle cards, and I want to know a little bit about what's coming up for you financially. So we're going to work our way across and down. So we've got accept and receive, and the good kind. Okay. Because we're here for your wealth and abundance. That's what we need to get to. Accept and receive and the good kind. So maybe this accept and receive is going to be something to do with advice, accept like external influences, maybe input from others, because this comes around an area where you are conflicted and contemplative. I don't see this really in any other part. I see stress here, but not even, it's been so overpowered with positive cards that I don't think you're really plagued by anything. I just think it is present and on your mind. So whatever this decision is, I think there's probably someone you can speak to about this that is going to help you. And if you open yourself up to some of that advice, I think that would be beneficial. And then I'm going to do, based on that, accept and receive and your foresight. Let's get one more card on this. And this is the 5 of Swords, which is, one of those not amazing cards. So this is a card of defeat. And I think what I'm seeing here is, and the conflict and the choice and the foresight, this is the heaviest thing going on in your life, whatever this decision is. And this might be a warning that you do have to make this decision. You do have to, I guess you can't run from it. And I might even be able to get a timestamp as to like when you should really start to address this. But I am seeing that you need to start gathering the information and your data and pulling together some kind of an answer so that you can get this sorted out. Yeah, whatever this is, there's something you need to work through, and I think it's something that I do think it's like I think it's connected to work or home, in that it's either like a move, but it's something, a new job, starting a new job or promotion within. That might take more work. It might be more money, but it would be a lot more work. It might pull you away from the home more. There's a give and a take here that you're contemplating. But again, I don't think neither of them are bad options. You just really have to figure it out. And it lets me think that if you were to discuss this with someone, it would help you. You would feel better about it. So over here, the good kind, I think to me, this is just like, whoever this is, it's like a good one. You got a good one here. I mean, it could be that you have a great parent, or it could be that your partner is really, really amazing. And I don't know if this is a message of if the decision you make might pull you away from them, or it might drive a wedge between you guys or something. But this is definitely a message that this is good. I think it's reinstating for me that your home life is good and positive and something that makes you very happy. So just keep that in mind, and don't, just appreciate what you have, and factor that in when you make a decision. Let's get one more card on this. So this is your 9 of Cups, which I'm very happy to see. This is like your wish fulfillment card, which I was going to conclude this reading soon, and I love doing it on a happy note. This is definitely wealth and abundance. I'm going to tell you that this is a card of, it's literally your wish come true card. It is, even though it's cups, it's like, it means that you are going to be very, very happy with the decisions you make surrounding material possessions. And that just comes back to whatever decision you make here with work, with wherever, there will be a wealth and abundance coming your way. And this is a really positive card to end this note on, because it does tell me that you've got good things coming, and you have a really beautiful home life that I don't think you want to be pulled away from anymore. However, I'm not getting a message that's saying really be careful of this decision. It's not good. It's negative. There's nothing like that here. It's just more to the point of like, it really needs to be thought through and not made in haste. It needs to be discussed with the right people, and you just need to figure out, if you make a decision one way or the other, who is it going to affect? Who will you see less of as a result of? How will it shake up your home life? But if but we ended on a really high note here, and I know this is just a mess of cards. You can't really tell, and I know you can't see the bottom line. I'm sorry, but this here tells us that things are. It's just the perfect card for a wealth and abundance reading. So yeah, this was your reading for 111, and those are some people's favorite numbers: 111, 1111, all the ones. There's a lot of luck there, and it's like an angel number. I think these are all really what people call angel numbers. But I'm excited for you. And we've got a lot of ones here, like ones. And even though some fives. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I am going to take two more cards. We're going to get a good luck charm from Spirit, and we're going to get just a little like word of warning, or like something to pay attention to, but not bad. So the good luck charm I'm going to put here, and then the word of warning I'm going to put here, and see how this plays out. So this is your good luck charm is your soul shines. Word of warning: the edge of evolution feels messy. Okay, your soul shines. If this is your good luck charm, and it's, we've got it between the 3 of Cups and Strength. So this tells me like you are a very much loved person. You're like you're a beautiful being. I think people very much love and appreciate you. I think your company is absolutely valued. This reinstates that yes, whatever you're doing something right, and people love you. And this might just be like you work very hard at your work and your family, and it's just a reminder that it's appreciated. So that's the message there. And then the word of warning is always a little more difficult for me. The edge of evolution feels messy. This is under your Daughter of Pentacles card. And then we've got the conflict card. And I don't know, maybe this person, this energy, this entity that has the Daughter of Pentacles energy to it. I mean, because I don't know, this doesn't mean it's a daughter. It could be a son, a cousin, a nephew, a friend. I mean, someone you just really genuinely do actually care for and have a hand in caring for. But I do get the impression it's someone you really do care for and you're closer to. I'm going to say that I think, as a word of warning, I think they take on and understand and realize more than you realize, or not that you don't realize it, but just to pay a little attention to the fact that they're affected by your decisions as well. And they're coming to an age when they realize and take in a lot more than, they did last year or last week or whatever. And just to keep that in mind as time passes, that all this has to be worked through and contemplated for a lot of reasons, but they also play a part in it as well, which I know, but that's the message from Spirit. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I just have to keep reminding you, we really did end on a note where you do have abundance coming, and whatever decision you make is going to be the right decision, because it really is going to lead you to this card here, which is your 9 of Cups. And if you research this card anywhere online, 9 of Cups, it's going to tell you it's the wish card, and basically everything you want comes true in a material, abundant type of way. So you're on the right path. Thank you. I will end the reading here. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year. Have a wonderful New Year. Goodbye. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. This is Light and Bone Tarot, and we are reading for your wealth and abundance this January 2022, this new year. And yes, like I said, this is pile 2, and love all these pictures of wine. Want to be behind every single picture with the wine in front of me and the pretty lights. Yeah, love the pictures, and love 222. I mean, that's a good one. So let's get into just how amazing this new year is going to be for you. And we will start by getting a little snapshot of where you're at right now from like a work and abundance. Just, yeah, where's your financial state right now? Or your work finance state. We'll get a picture. All right, fierce serenity. Okay, it's not a bad card for that. Let's see here. Okay, 3 major cards coming up. This is kind of funny because it's funny because I couldn't form my question. Like, is it your work? Is it your abundance? Is it your wealth? Like, what are we looking at? Fierce serenity. Okay. I'm going to say, just, I don't know why, but I don't think money's a big issue for you. I think you actually do all right, because I think you have a calm and a balance to you that only people with money have. You have the ability to be like, not really going to worry about that right now. I know it's going to work out. So yes, I think this reading for you is probably about, you want to have either another very successful year. You want to know that the money's going to keep coming in. But I do think I see that for you, you are quite successful. And if I see this card here, or not if, I do see this card here, and this is your Ten of Swords, this is endings and defeat. This is the only card here. I mean, this card is the only one that I would really pay attention to in the sense of a warning, which might be why you're here asking about this. I would say there's something going on with you or your finances or your job, or I don't know, the major account you're working on or whatever, something that would make me think there could be a question mark to maybe its longevity, to its success, something like that. But everything else makes me think that you are someone who, knows how to make money. I think you know how to make money. I think you know how to hold on to your money. I think you know how to just have your money turn into more money. And I think you work very hard. It's really not a problem. It's just more of like a question. And if you did lose a little bit, it just wouldn't even be an issue, because you would, I don't know, you'd recoup, or you'd find your way back in no time and work even harder. But yeah, your first serenity, to me, this is a bit of a conflict, because I do think that although you might be quite serene, it's like almost that balance that people who are so successful get through meditation, through yoga, through doing those things that people who are more like woke tend to do. I do those things, so I'm not knocking it at all. But I just think you are one of those people who are also very successful and do it. Whereas I've just been doing yoga for as long as I can remember, and I just do it now because it makes my back feel better. But I just think you have like practices that you do that really help balance you, probably because you really do need it. I think you might be a very intense personality, very fiery, probably very feisty, but very self-regulating at the same time. And you must be positive, even if you're intense and maybe quick to fire off. You're positive and you're balanced. Let's put it that way. You definitely have a balance to you. And I do think there's a serenity to you. And I know this kind of serenity because I don't think you're this like totally blissed out. You're not that head in the clouds person who's always like, whatever, I don't care. You do care. You're very intense, but you are also, it's not worth it to get too wrapped up in things that you can't control. And that might be like a mantra of yours. Like, I will worry about the things I can control right now, right here, today, tomorrow, and that's it. And this recipe has served you very well. It is your recipe for success. I don't know what you do for a living, but you are, I do think that there's a part of you that has to step up to the plate. I guess that's what the devil is for me. It's not that you're a devil in any way. I just think it shows another side of you when you're at work. And I think that side of you is probably feisty, or not feisty, that's not the right word. Like you probably have to put the gauntlet down. And you might have to be a little bit more stern or harder than you want to be, just because that's the nature of the work you're in. So yeah, I just think that the devil is just a way of saying like it's just a different side of you when you're at work. But with temperance, you keep the balance. You know when you're falling out of whack. You have this internal kind of guide, this healing measure that you are very much in tune to, and it's all you. And it's just you find peace. You find your equilibrium. I think every day you find your equilibrium and you just get back to that kind of serene place. And the magician also tells me that you just make things happen. You are definitely a mover and a shaker. And I know that's like an old school term to say, but I just think that whatever it is, you have a power and you play it. Yeah. So, and then this is probably why you're here, whatever this is. And I don't think it's your whole world crashing down financially. I think it's just a small piece of something coming to an end, and we'll get a little bit more about that. But there's nothing here that makes me think anything crazy is happening, but I get an idea of who you are. And I don't think money is an issue for you, but we will see what's going on, what's coming up financially. So we've got the Tower, interesting. 10 of Pentacles. And okay. I love when readings really, really track, because this one is tracking. And I mean, it feeds my ego ever so slightly to be like, oh gosh, I did read that card right. Okay, so let's start with the sly little fox, the 7 of Swords underneath the devil. This does tell me that there is, what I get out of this card is like, this is a card to me of like a little bit of trickery. It is that that sly fox, right? And he's sitting on the 7th sword here. And the thing about this card that's so interesting is like, even though you're a good person, you're a great person, you're not evil, that we already talked about what the devil means, but there's a part of you that enjoys this little bit of trickery. You like this part of your job. The part of you that gets to show this other side, gets to be this other person, gets to just be kind of this beast. You like that. You enjoy that. This doesn't, I mean, it could get to you at times, but in general, I think this is something you really like, and I think you're very good at it. So whatever part of your job requires this piece, you're good at it and it works for you. This is a card, 10 of Pentacles. You couldn't be happier with this card, meaning for talking about finances and work and success. This is the pinnacle of the Pentacles. I love saying that. And it means that everything is like, there's just the culmination of wealth, abundance. This is the grand finale. You're good. Can't stress that enough. You're good. The Tower is the crash and burn card. And when we kind of see it close to this end of your line, where we get into this potential endings and defeat card, it is interesting that this does stack. So even though things are good, you're happy at work, I don't think you want to leave your work at all. I think you're doing great. I think you're happy there. This tells me that wherever your fire is, it works for you. You like it. We even have a lion here. There's even more of that kind of a little bit of like friendly aggression that you get to show, and yet it doesn't affect you. You don't go home and like have to drink a bottle of wine to deal with your day. It's just, this is you, and it works. You're very peaceful, actually, I think. But something is going to end. There is going to be an ending. And you probably already know this. Again, if you're here, you know that there's an ending. And I think this card is just going to reinstate that whatever you're afraid of ending is going to end. But I wouldn't say that so like curtly if I thought it was this catastrophe. It's not. It's just a cycle that's ending, whatever that means for you. So I don't think it's horrible. And the way things, and this card definitely tells us that it's not, because this is the card saying like, hey, things are good. You're good. Your work life is good. Your financial status is good. Things are good. But yes, something absolutely is going to be ending. And let's see. Let me get 2 more cards about what's ending, or what you can expect about that. I'm going to get the Mother of Pentacles Okay, and the Father of Swords. So weird cards for that. It's weird to see a Mother and a Father, Pentacles, Swords. Okay, so we asked what this means, just a little more information about what's ending. I don't know. I do feel like the Father of Swords is a business partner of sorts. That maybe you won't be working with anymore. I don't know, and maybe this is like a client or an entity at work. I can't figure it out, but this feels more like the Mother of Pentacles feels less of a person and more of like, this could be the definition for like a situation, like maybe a part of your work that is, I don't know, a little more, I want to say grounded, but I don't know why I want to say that. A part of your work that has, if there's like a nurturing side to your work or this part I think will be ending. And I think whether it's a coworker or a manager or a boss or the CEO or whatever, who was the Father of Swords, I don't think you'll be, I don't know. I don't know if you'll be dealing with them a lot more as this goes through, but I think your relationship with this person will be ending as well, or you won't be working with them very much as well. And I don't know, this could be a good thing. It could be a not so good thing, but if there is a Father of Swords at your work or in your professional world that is kind of a thorn in your side, I'm going to say that you're not going to be dealing with them much once this ends. And I don't know why. And this thing that's ending, it did have, actually, I do think it had a sweet energy, which it might bring you a little sadness that it's ending. There was something about it that kind of gave you, maybe it did help with the balance of your your job, even though we've already established that you really like it and you're very good at it. There might have been a part of it that helped kind of keep it in balance, which might be a little upsetting, and you'll have to figure a way to manage that. But that's the best I can do for those two cards right now. So I hope that means something. Let's get over here to, let's get into abundance for you, because I do think you live an abundant life, and I want to get, let's get 2 cards for abundance, and then we're going to pull some oracles. Okay, here's 1 card for abundance. Gosh, how funny that we have all these suits. So Son of Pentacles, or pardon me, Son of Wands, and then we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So for your abundance, we'll have to pull another card to get a prettier picture of this. Okay, here's what I'm getting. So I do think something's going to come on for you, and this would be the Son of Wands energy. I think in regards to abundance, something's going to come on hard and fast. Something quick, something exciting, something fiery, something dynamic. It may already, and we look at these rays, you know, they kind of match. We've got 2 fierce creatures looking this way, which is also very, very interesting. Yeah, there is something that's going to come on. I think it's something you've been dealing with, you know about it. And it is going to hit in a good way. This is good. There can't be anything not good about this. But it's going to happen quickly. It might happen quickly as a result of this. It might happen before this change. I don't know, but there is a quickness to it. This is a card of basically lack or drought. And I don't know how this plays into your abundance, because I'm seeing good things here. The only thing I can think is like, I hope this makes sense. Like, I hope I'm not just over talking the same details, but I do think something's going to come in swift, right? And I think it's going to bring good things. I think it's going to bring abundance, period. But I think once that's done, because it will hit quick, I do think there's going to be a bit of a like winding down period, okay? I don't think this is a bad thing for you. Again, we know that you know how to make money. We know you're successful, but I do see that there is going to be a bit of a slowing down of some kind. This can last for 1 week, 1 month, who knows? It's not bad. It's just a little bit of a message that there will be a winding down. And Yeah, and it makes me think this is already in the cards. This is already playing out right now, as I believe this is already playing out as well. Um, and I do think this is someone that causes you a little stress or anxiety, and I don't think you'll be sorry to see them go. But I do think a bit of this energy is going to be missed. Yeah, but this winding down period, it's probably going to be good because you will have just had this success here. So I think financially you're going to be absolutely fine. You'll be great, and you'll have time to kind of like recoup. Let's get an oracle card about that and see a little bit about this drought, we'll call it. But and that's extreme. Just know that that's an extreme way to phrase it. Prosperity, sister, our happiness and joy. Okay, so I do think that you're not going to mind this, okay? I think this is a time of cool down for you, even though this little flower looks like it's wilted and dying. It is. But I think that there's going to be a positive change that comes of this. And it might be, even though you love your job and you're so successful and you're so good at it, this might just be a little bit of reprieve that you needed, and to kind of like recalibrate how things are going to look moving forward. Maybe there's like a restructuring. I'm not sure, but I just think that this is going to give you the time you need. And I think if we pulled another card, we'd probably see a card of like rest or something along those lines here. So let's pull another card and see what comes up. Well, it is not the card of rest. It is the card of Ace of Cups, which is really not, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the opposite of rest, but it's nowhere close. This is the card of like emotions, feelings, falling in love, excitement. It could be a fountain of youth. This is very much a card of like new and exciting and wonderful things happening, potential. It's a really good card. It's also a card of intimacy. So I just think this phase of ever so slight lack, relatively speaking, of course, is going to bring up something beautiful for you. And let's just take those cards for what they are. And then your oracle card on top of this, again, is Prosperity Sisters, our joy and happiness. And you are prosperous, okay? And this is very much a joy and happiness card. And I think this is going to help lead to this for whatever reason. I think there's good in this phase right here, as do I think there's good in this area here. But yeah, and you're cheeky. You're fine. We know that. We know you're fine. I want to know something you really love about your job. I want to know what's something you love about it, and then I'll pull a couple cards here. Overthinking can spoil the magic. So the first thing that comes to mind for me for that, asking what you love, is I think you are called upon to make quick decisions. I think there's something, you're in a high position, a position of power. You have a respected voice in whatever it is you're doing. And I just think that you are very, you're quick on your feet. You probably have to make snap judgments that not everyone loves, or snap decisions. They don't include everyone. It's not happy for everyone, but it's, the better, what's that expression when it's like not good for one, but it serves everyone? I don't know. But yeah, overthinking can spoil the magic. I think you're a bit of a badass at work. You're a little hard, as in like there's a toughness to you at work that doesn't show up in your everyday life. Yeah. But that said, I still think this Father of Swords is just irksome. I don't want this person. I don't want you to have to deal with this person, and I don't think you're going to have too much longer, or you're not, well, according to the cards. And then let's get one more card about how great your work is, and what you love about your work. And this is the Four of Wands, which is a beautiful card. It's a card of community. It's a card of like, one step further, it could be a card of like celebration, just having that community, why can't I think of another word for it? I can see the picture for it, but I think your work is a place for you. It's like a home, I guess. I think your work is a second home for many different reasons. It could be that you spend a lot of time there, or you just spend a lot of time at work. But I do think that it really is your place and where you belong mentally and physically. It really suits you. And yeah, it's your home in many um, literal and not so literal ways. Again, I can't find the word to describe that. So yeah, I'd love to know what you do, because I feel like I know the kind of person you are. I mean, I've worked for companies where I know these women in these companies, these badasses, where it's like you want to impress them, you want to be friends with them, you want them to like you and think you're good at your job, because they're so sharp and they're so tough and they're so interesting, but they're also like so freaking kind and sweet, like these women who, and I say women just because that's just the word I'm using right now, but like, you'll go from having this like pretty high level conversation about hitting goals and targets and what needs to be done, and then 2 seconds later you're talking about their kids and like, or they're asking you questions like sincerely about your life. And I just feel like you have that. You're that person. Okay, I mean, I'm going to stop this reading here, because we know that I really feel like you've got love and abundance coming your way. So if there's any part of you that was like hoping for something to do with intimacy or love, that is coming. And maybe it's coming because you're going to actually have time. You're going to have an opening in your schedule to allow some of this in, if that's what you want. But yeah, there's going to be happiness. I guess really the whole takeaway from this to me is this last line that we drew here. And this is saying, it is reinstating that there is going to be something is indeed ending. It's not going to be a bad thing. This is not going to break your heart. It is going to happen. It is going to make for a little bit of stillness. You're going to feel it however you feel it. But it is actually going to open the door and make you very, very happy. And some very, very good things are going to come of this. Yeah. So happy New Year. Have a great New Year. And if you want to comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do, I'm always here for it. I'd love to hear it. But yes, happy New Year and good night. It's my night, so I say good night. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot, and I want to thank you for being here. We are doing a reading for January 2022. Happy New Year, first and foremost. Happy New Year. And this is a reading on your wealth and abundance. You picked picture number three, and it's number 777, which is a lucky angel number. And the title of this is or the theme is really just going to be how amazing is your new year going to be in regards to wealth and abundance. And we'll get maybe a little idea of like career, if there's it's just a snapshot. And the last two readings, I'm not talking it up, I'm not selling it, but they were interesting. Like they were more interesting than I thought they were going to be, because this isn't a topic I do very often, because I think people really just want to know about love and relationships. But yeah, this was good. So please tune in. Okay, we are going to start with, I'm just going to get an idea of where you are right now, like financially and with work, those two entities. External validation. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, that's a good one. 5 of Cups, I've seen better. Strength and Judgment. Okay, so this is equal parts good and not great. External validation and Judgment is interesting to me. Ace of Pentacles makes me think you're starting something, or that there's something ending so that something new will be starting. And when I say that, I'm looking, well, I didn't quite put it together, but the 5 of Cups it's a card of loss. It's a sad little card. This horse makes it all that much worse, but it is definitely a card of loss. Something ended, you lost something. And maybe it's your job, because if you're looking for external, or if external validation came up, maybe you're being hard on yourself. Maybe you're judging yourself quite a bit. However, I do see strength, and I like this because you are being strong through this, or you are at least trying to channel that strength. You're aware that the world is not coming to an end, that there's plenty of good. You're just in a funk right now. So I I just think you're going through it. I think you're judging yourself. I think you're hard on yourself right now, but I really think you're trying. I don't think you're beating yourself up necessarily. And you're probably even at a point where maybe you are like sending out resumes, or there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, and that's what the Ace of the Pentacles is. And actually, it even looks like a light at the end of the tunnel. So I never thought about that. That just came to me. But I would say the theme right now is, yes, there is a light at the end of your tunnel. And I don't know if you lost your job. You could have moved, and you lost your job as a result of a move, or maybe you chose to leave your job for reasons that served you. I just think that right now you're probably wishing things were a little bit different. That's what I get out of that external validation. Like if you're unemployed, or if you're in a new situation where you are without a job currently and you'd like to be working, it can be really hard, because I've definitely been there a lot. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to get 3 more cards here. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Okay, more to your situation, because we're gonna definitely shine some light on this. The Strength card I like, because it makes me think you're not battered over this. You're just aware of it. But you are keeping it together, and yeah, you're hopeful. And I go back to that light at the end of the tunnel. It's there, and not only does this card look like that, but the Ace of Pentacles is representative of that. It's basically telling you it's a card of prosperity, of potential. And the Pentacles really represent your home and your like career and your abundance. So all those things are going to be happening for you. You just keep believing, really keep believing in yourself. Both of these cards, like, keep on with that strength that you have, and keep believing in yourself. And I think this is a little word of warning, like, just, you don't have to seek the external validation so hard. Even in the form of, applying for jobs and not hearing back, or not getting the 10,000 jobs you can apply for, if that's the case. Or maybe you lost your home and you're trying to find the home, or I don't know, there's just that sense of loss, whether it's home or career, but I'm focusing a little bit more on career here. That's the vibe I'm getting. Okay, we pulled these cards. These are great cards. Ten of Pentacles. Great card. This is the card to tell you that everything is coming together. This is really the card. It is the Pinnacle of the Pentacles, which means everything the Pentacles stand for: prosperity, balance, wealth, your home life, your everything. It is all coming together. This is a beautiful card. So this little horse who's hanging its head, and it's sad, and it's definitely in its feels, it will be fine. It will. And you put this under strength. It's like, this just tells me to keep being strong, keep being positive, keep believing in yourself, because it really is, you're really going to find yourself in a good place. There's definitely a bit of a juggling act happening. You are making decisions, and you are definitely, you're teetering between different things, whether it's financial decisions, where do you really want to work? Where's your place? Everything is a decision right now, and everything's a bit of a balancing act or juggling act. But that's just the nature of the beast for where you are. But things are going to be good. Again, the Ace of Swords, the aces, these are the cards of potential. This is the first card of the suit. It's like the one card, and first and foremost, they all represent, I'm going to say it again, potential. Pentacles is the prosperity. That would be like the word you would give to it. And then swords, we could call it like, it's that mental clarity, that mental astuteness. Like, you not only are going to have this opportunity, but you're going to know how to handle it. You're going to have the tools and the faculty to deal with it and actually like execute on it. So yes, whatever you need, it is coming to you, and you are going to be able to handle it. And if I see it under this card of any bit of sadness you felt, you're not going to be so sad that you can't deal with it. You're not, when this happens, which will be very soon, you're going to recognize it. You won't be in a place where you're so low that you don't even see how good things are. You'll be able to handle it. You'll be able to do whatever is needed to see it through. So Yeah, and I don't get the impression that you're harping on sadness. I just think it's there. I think it's definitely something you feel and you've been going through. It's there, but it's not. It's not overwhelming you. Let's get a little bit more about this abundance that's coming your way. Yeah, let me get two more cards. Oh, love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so this is fun. We asked about your abundance that is indeed coming your way, and we've got the Ten of Cups. And this is the love and marriage card. This reading isn't, I'm not gearing it towards love because it's so easy to do that. So, but when a card like this comes up, I have to acknowledge it. So I'm just going to say that whatever situation you're in, I think the circumstances of it, whether they allow more time in your life, whether you start thinking about things differently, whether you're meeting new people as a result of it, or spending less time with other people, I just think that it is going to create more time either in your current relationship to better things, or it will help in a future relationship that you might very well want and seek. And this is the card to tell me like, oh yeah, that's going to happen for you. It's very much going to happen for you. So if a relationship is something you either want to work towards and you actually want that in the new year, then this is a beautiful card. And when we have it over here with like the change of pace you're taking on with work, the loss, the hope, the getting through it, it tells me that this feeling can almost trump everything else because you've got some good things coming. But take the love out of it. This Ace of Pentacles, in regards to your home, your finance, your work, things are going to change. Things are looking up. Your loss will be replaced with new opportunity, and I know that's coming. The Fool's a fun card. I think you're going to have a chance to do something you probably never thought you would do. Or maybe take a job or be in a situation at work where you really never thought you'd be doing that. Maybe you thought it was, I don't know, like just not your brand, not your, but you're going to do it, whatever it is. And there's an element of adventure to this card. There's more than a little bit. There's kind of a lot of silliness, but it's really, there's a very carefree attitude to this card. Someone who is, but also excitement, not carefree as in like apathetic and doesn't care. It's like it's a little chick who just wants to explore everything, and it's sweet and it's kind and it's innocent and doesn't know anything, but is still so happy to be alive that everything just works out for it. That's the Fool. And how this plays into your world here, I don't know, but you've got strength. So you're smart, you're strong, you're very capable, you're very much in control of yourself. This is a card of self-control, courage, stamina. So you aren't the fool in your everyday world. You know, you're not just this silly little like nymph that runs around. You are, and you're very self-aware. Here's your Judgment card. And you can deal with loss, and your mind is sharp and all these things. So this makes me think that there's something, maybe you're about to enjoy something more than you ever did. Or start or do or take on something that I think you're going to just really enjoy. And I don't know what it is. It could be a relationship. Honestly, it could be that even though this card and this reading is about wealth and abundance, that you might start a relationship as a result maybe of something happening in your professional world that's either introducing you to that person or giving you the time or the location to make that happen. But there's something sweet happening for you, and this is an adventure and it's exciting, and this card backs up that you're going to be very happy. And this is a card to say, like, look, the success, the abundance, the material, physical things that you need to survive, you're going to have abundance. So yes, and believe that whatever you dealt with is reinventing itself in a very good way. And you're strong, you're happy, you're figuring things out. And I don't think you're going to seek this external validation. I think it's kind of where you're at now, a little bit. It's just reared its head a little bit, but yeah. and it could be a card to say you're going to get external validation, but I think it's more of the former for what I said there. All right, let's get a little bit more. Let's find out. I want to know some really good things that are going to happen to you. What do you have to look forward to? More than what we talked about. Okay, so fierce serenity, and then we're gonna give this a good old flankin'. Fierce serenity, daughter of swords, and 8 of wands. So with the first serenity, I do think I think there is an element of calmness to you. I don't think you are, and I actually got this picture of you already, which is why the Fool is so exciting, because you're not a silly nilly. I think you're very controlled. I think you're very calm, very beautiful, very easy to be around, very pleasant to be around. I think you listen as much as you talk, if not listen more. I just think that you're a very sweet soul. And if you enjoy that calm energy, I do think you're coming into some really nice calm energy here. And I realize you can't see this card, but it says fierce serenity right here. We're going to take this 8 of wands as a card of travel. I'm going to say that it's a card of change, but with that, there is that travel, that news. It can also be news. I'm trying to think where it lines up with some of the other cards. I think good news is coming, and we've already established that, right? But I'm going to say in the form of a message, you've got some good news coming, more than travel. Although for some people it might be travel, but I just think you've got good news coming. And the way it lines up under this, you've got good news coming. Let's just leave it at that, because that's what I'm thinking. Daughter of Swords. I think this is someone in your life. I don't think you're the Daughter of Swords. I think if you were anything, you would be the Mother or the King of Swords. The Daughter of Swords this is an energy in your life, and it's just, there's something very sweet about it. Someone very sharp, someone who looks up to you, someone who I think wants to impress you, someone who tries to maybe model a bit of themselves after you. There's almost like a curiosity to this card, and inquisitiveness. This is an energy I see coming up for you, along with good news and with the fact that you're going to get some peace. And this is a really good reading. I hope you're seeing it that way, because there's so many little messages here that are telling me you've got some good stuff happening. And up here, even this is like, it's not bad. We see what happened, not what happened, but that something happened. But your way of managing it and dealing with it is just really impressive. And I do get that you're just a very positive person, and not in a cheesy way, in like a really genuine, good way. And I don't want to say things work out for you. I'm not saying that things just fall into your lap, but I think you work hard at maintaining this energy and this vibe, and it's sincere. And I think things do tend to work out for you pretty well, because this is just your brand. This is what you do. So yeah, we've got some really good things coming our way. And the Fool I couldn't tell you what it is. But whatever it is, you're going to enjoy the hell out of it. I just know that. Let me see what else I can ask here. Let me just okay, we're going to get 2 more cards from Spirit. I'm going to put them here, and these are just more cards to sum up your whole wonderful, amazing new year. So let's get those. So we've got Rise, and we've got Accept and Receive. So for Rise, I think you're rising above all of it, which is something you do all the time anyway. I think you're very good at lifting yourself, and others for that matter. But yeah, you're going to be lifted. Like, it's just good things are coming. I mean, rise is a very positive word, and I can say the word lifted 100 times. It's just, that's the only word I can think of right now to go with this. But I do think that you're going to be, your situation is going to be elevated. You're going to be elevated mentally. And good things are happening, and everything's on the rise. And Accept and Receive, this is under the Fool. So I'm going to say something about this makes me think that there is something that maybe you wouldn't normally be open to, that I want you to be open to. And this would be accept and receive either a message, an opportunity, I don't know, it's like an opportunity. I want you to keep your mind open to a potential opportunity that you could accept and receive. Or a message or a conversation, but something that leads to an opportunity. Okay. And actually I will get from Spirit. Well, I said it, so now I'll do it. I'm going to get 2 cards. I end a lot of readings this way, so I'll do yours as well. A good luck charm from Spirit, and then a little caution, a little word of warning. Nothing crazy. So, oh wait. You know what? This is the wrong pile I do that from, but I have to take the card. So the good luck charm from Spirit is it's a 6. Sorry, I'm like, what is this? This is a 6 of Swords. I feel like I've read this as a 6 of Wands before by accident. How funny. This is actually a 6 of Swords. And so this is transition, but this card actually there is a rainbow over this card. And even in the original Rider-Waite, it implies that the transition, it could be rocky or rough on one side, but on the other side, there's like still waters. There is clarity. There is a peace. And this rainbow here, they do a really good job of like creating that same feel. So the good luck charm from Spirit, I think, is that if you have to still sort through or hash through some mess, or if you've really been doing that more than this reveals here, because this is a fairly very positive reading, just know that it is, there's the light at the end of your tunnel again, and things are going to look up for you. They really are. You're going to find that peace. And yeah, that's basically a card to say you're going to find your peace. And it's almost like you can find your peace through change. So I'm going to take it one step further and say that whatever change has been brought on, whatever loss, whatever hardship, there is going to be peace through it. And that is a very nice message from Spirit. So I hope that leaves you with a good feeling. And then the other card we're going to get from Spirit is like a word of warning, in a light, gentle word of warning. And this is Create Alchemy, which is a card I have to look up because every time it comes up, I just wing it, but I still go with what I think. And that really is all that matters. But for this card, I'm going to say, I don't know. It's like, I want to say with the Create Alchemy, it's like you have the power to make a lot of things happen. But be cautious of that. Like, don't force an issue. Maybe don't play a hand too strongly. Don't force your hand or an issue, I guess. And I know you might be like, how the hell did you get that out of Create Alchemy? But it would take me way too long to try to explain how I got there, but that's the message I'm getting. So maybe, and by force an issue, I'm not saying you would like strong arm someone, but maybe if there's something you really, really, really want and it's not happening, you should just maybe accept it and see what else there is. Maybe there's a reason why it's not happening. I didn't want to end on that note because there's nothing that's not even negative. It just was a weird last word to say. But yes, there's a light at the end of your tunnel. You absolutely have love and relationships coming. You've got the abundance coming your way. Your mind is strong. You haven't lost your mind. It is very much with you. You are peaceful and serene. This Daughter of Swords, whoever this is in your life, they look up to you and they admire you and they're just there for you. And you've got all this energy coming here where there's something very exciting coming your way. Good news. I mean, this is a great, great, great reading. So, I'll leave it at that because I think it's a great place to stop. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comment or anything you want to share, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Okay, thank you so much and Happy New Year. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot, and I want to thank you for being here. Happy New Year. We are doing a reading for January 2022, your wealth and abundance. And really, we're just going to get into really just how amazing this new year is going to be for you. And there is this theme of wealth and abundance and career and what that looks like. So these readings are way more interesting than I ever thought they were going to be, and I hope you enjoy it. I would love to do more of these because they're actually pretty fun. So let's get into it. This is 888, which is a number you resonated with and a picture you resonated with. So I am going to start with a lovely snapshot of where you're at, kind of career and abundance wise. So the edge of evolution feels messy. And then let's see where we're at. The Magician, 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Okay, let me take this in for a minute. I think, okay, with this Oracle card, the edge of evolution feels messy. I'm going to push these up because they always cut off the last cards in the end. I think you're on the brink of change, and really everyone's on the brink of change. That is the overwhelming theme that's playing out here. I do think you're on the brink of change. With this 5 of Swords, the thing is, this is a card of defeat, right? Whether you defeated someone or someone defeated you, it doesn't, and we're not talking about it like, I don't think you were gutted by this. I don't think you stay up at night crying. Nothing about this reading makes me think that there's anything really negative going on with you, except to acknowledge that yes, there is a change, and something changed. Something probably left your life. There was a little bit of, you were defeated in one way. I don't know the way. I don't think it was overwhelming, or that heavy, because we still have a friendship card here. It could, okay, well, actually, now that I say this out loud, I do think that this affected a friendship with someone or a relationship. I don't think it was a romantic relationship, but I do actually feel the more that this had an effect on a friendship that probably, if I'm reading this right, ran its course, or maybe it was time to move on. So I don't think this destroyed you, but it definitely, you felt it. And it is kind of an icky feeling to know whenever a friendship ends, because if you think about it, you think about why and how we change, and how those changes as we grow can get messy. And so I do think there was a sense of outgrowing a situation, and maybe something came up where you were forced to acknowledge an ending or a defeat, and you just, the way you handled it as friends, or the way they handled it or you handled it, led to the end of a friendship. Something ended friendship wise. And it could have been like a friend with a coworker or a colleague. I'm not sure. But with the 7 of Wands, this is like a standing your ground card. And then the Magician is basically just magic. Like, this is you can do anything. You have made, fire from 2 sticks. Like, these are all the tools here on the table that this amazing cheetah can just work magic with. So you are working magic basically. And you're standing your ground while doing it. Okay. So this is kind of a personal, if we're doing this for work, I think you were close to someone you work with, and that relationship has ended. I do think you had to stand your ground a little bit. There was a little bit of maybe conflict. You guys both wanted something. You guys were both working towards something. Something ended. You're not destroyed from it, but it did feel a little icky. And I just repeated everything I said, but I'm getting a feeling for it. Let's get more of where you are professionally right now. Because the Magician, this is a positive card. This is a card, you've got power. You know how to use your power. You are powerful, and that's always good. So let's get a little bit more here of you in all your glory. Okay, Chariot, 8 of Cups, and 5 of Wands. So this is more of a conflict card for me, and we've got it under the friendship, which I do believe ended. And friendship, that's a loose term. It can be someone you've known your whole life and loved deeply, or it can be a colleague you were friends with. Something ended but I do really get the strong feeling that it ran its course and it was meant to happen, or it was going to happen. But yes, there's definitely been some conflict, and this is, it's more loss. It's moving on from a loss though. It is acknowledging that the loss happened and moving on. And then if we have the Chariot, this is momentum. This is speed. Like you're quite literally moving on. This is actually a card of like momentum, which I just said, assertion. It is like this victorious, I am off doing exactly what I need to be doing, and I'm not questioning it, and it's exactly what I should be doing, and I'm confident. And it's a very powerful card to say, like, here I am and I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. So this reading is funny because it doesn't really paint a picture for me about where you stand financially. We're going to get into that. It just shows me that you're doing right now, and the Magician backs this up. But you're doing in a sense that you are moving away from something that I don't think served you anymore, and you are now working towards something else. I don't know what that something else is, but I want to know what you're working towards now. I'm going to get 2 cards to find out what you're working towards now, and not forget the theme here of how you're going to be very successful. Okay, so Temperance and Nine of Cups. So we love Nine of Cups. Cups is the fulfillment card. It is the wish card. It is the card to say that you will be very, very happy based on all the things you have, which sounds kind of surface, but it is a card to say, like, look, we're here for a wealth and abundance reading. This backs up that you're going to have the abundance. You're going to have the wealth. You're going to have the things that you want, the things you're running towards. You're going to have them. You're going to be able to create these things as the Magician would. And maybe you're only going to be able to create them because of the change that took place here. And maybe it really inspired you to like get your rear in gear and like move very swiftly and elegantly and like steadfast towards something. And it will result in these tangible things that you not only want, but need. And Temperance to me it's that internal balance. It's knowing what you need and going after it. It is like saying, hey, this doesn't serve me. I'm going to cut it out of my life. I want more of this. It's just that it's healing and it's balance and it's doing it on your own. It's you guiding yourself. It's like if you could align all your own chakras, that's what it would be like. Like if you could perform Reiki on yourself, it's kind of like what Temperance is. Like you are going to just put yourself in balance and you're going to listen to your body, your mind, your heart, your throat, your gut, your whatever, like you're just listening to yourself. And I think with this is going to lead you towards something that you have been wanting to do or that you are starting to do, but something that you know you should be doing. And as a result, you're going to be doing it and it is going to pay off. And I think you're moving towards that right now. And yeah, the Magician is here to say like, yep, that's what you're doing. Let's get 2 more cards about how successful you're going to be or what that looks like. And okay, so these are the 3 worst cards in the deck. And they are all in line. So they're all swords. I'm just going to run through it right now. This is basically, defeat. This is like anxiety and nightmares, and this is more endings and defeat. Okay, so I'm just going to say things are good for you, okay? Things are good. This backs up. This is to say you've been through something. And maybe this is here to remind you, like, if you're questioning or if you need motivation or if you need to know that you're running towards the right thing, leaving the right situation, cutting the right people out of your life, whatever it is, this is here to remind you, like, yes, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Because 3 sword cards are, first of all, these are the cards of your mind, how your mind can not really play tricks on you, but how it controls everything, how your everything starts with your thoughts, right? Your thoughts become your actions. And there's like 7 lines to that. And I always reference like one line and act like I know the whole quote, and I don't. I have it written down. But the point is that we know it all starts with your thoughts, and you don't want self-defeating thoughts. You don't want people in your life that make you question yourself or second guess yourself. So you are putting an end. You're defeating all of this. And up here, the situation, it didn't feel that heavy, but maybe it was. Maybe it's a lot heavier than either you realize or you've led other people to realize. You might have kept this kind of hidden from some people that are very close to you because you don't want to let on about how much it's bothered you. But I think there's a heavier aspect to all of this, even though it's kind of painted fun, like, oh, you're the chariot and temperance and the musician, and like, I get it, but I think this has been a little bit heavier than we initially thought. And you're doing the right thing. You're moving towards the right thing. So that is very, very good. I want to know, because when I look at this, I don't, and this isn't like, I don't take this the wrong way. I don't see that you have a ton of money right now. I feel like there's something like messy a little bit with your finances. I don't feel like you're in such an amazing place where you don't have to worry about anything. I think you're a little bit stressed. I think money is something you really want in 2022. Of course you have it. You might live in a big, beautiful home. You might drive a fancy car. Like, I'm not saying you've never had it and that you don't know how to make it. I'm just saying that right now I feel like there isn't an abundance in your life right now. It's just a sense I'm getting, and I want there to be, and that's what you're here for. So let's find out a little bit about this abundance that is actually going to come your way this year. So we're going to pull an oracle card, and then we're going to pull some tarots. So we've got balance, and then we've got, what do we have here? I like Pentacles because they are the cards of abundance. So we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so let's do balance. Let's look at this very literally, okay? Balance is between the Three and Six of Pentacles. So I think you are going to be balancing. Actually, I think you're going to be doing things. Like, you're going to be teaming up. This is a card of teamwork. You might be quite overworking with people. That's fine. But, even if you're not teaming up, you are going to be working to build something. You are starting a project. You are laying the groundwork and the foundation in this card to get that going. So this is going to be happening. Whatever wheel you need to start putting in motion, it's happening here. And when I say teamwork, it makes me think there could be someone that's helping you. Maybe not if you're teaming up. Maybe there's someone who's kind of like backing you or nudging you, or a mentor, but there's some positive influence associated with this card. But things are happening for you. And then this card, the Six of Pentacles, is like, it's a card of charity and giving. And here's the thing. Initially, I thought you were charity and giving, but I think actually you have someone who's giving you or helping you. And it could be the same person that's helping you build this here. So I think someone is either, if they're not now, they've talked to you about it, or they might financially back you. They might, I don't know, help you, with the home I just think that somehow you're going to catch a break. And I think that's great. This is a warning to keep keep a balance with that, working on your own and taking from someone else to help to start your own thing. Just keep in mind to keep a balance on that. And since I don't know, obviously, anything of the situation or the details, this is just the message that I'm getting from the cards and from Spirit, who puts the cards in this order, and I turn them over, and then I just tell you what I see in these cards. But that is the message I'm getting. But also, to the right, I just don't want you to forget, we have the Nine of Cups, and this is a beautiful card, again, about your abundance and all the good things that are coming your way. But this is interesting to me. If I look into this balancing, actually doing the things you want to do to start laying the groundwork, and how much you want to or are willing to or should accept help from others. Probably I'm getting it it'll be a help with finances. Someone's going to alleviate your finances or help with a financial burden, so that you can start your own thing, which is great. That's how probably 99.9% of people get started, but bear in mind there's a balance to maintain there. I want to get another card or another line. Since I think you are going to be starting something, I want to know a little bit more about that, what you're starting or what. Let's get a couple cards on that. Okay, so we're finishing it with the Star, which couldn't be better. Whatever you're starting, I am seeing, I'll just run down the line here. This is basically like a foresight, like a contemplation. There's some decisions to be made, some things you need to ponder, some options to be weighed still. This is a card to say not everything's as good as it seems. There are some illusions. There are temptations, and there are things that literally don't look as good as they appear. So this would just be a heads up to really just keep in mind what I just said. That's what that card means. The Star is a great card. The Star is the card of like, it is hope and it is guidance. Okay. So what Spirit is telling you here, if we just lay out this line and I ask for more clarity on gosh, sorry, you can't see me when I point on these two last cards here that I said you need a balance. She's saying, really think about these decisions you make. Think about them, ponder them, weigh them, take outside information and apply it. Like just don't always just go on gut. Don't just go on like, I mean, the numbers are important, but like really, I think it's taking a lot of different resources and making your decision. So yeah, just pay attention here when you make your decisions and keep in mind that things aren't as good as they seem. There could be some smoke and mirrors. And that could apply to a person who might be helping you or not, maybe not this person, maybe, but just take everything with a grain of salt and keep your eyes open and just be careful of who you trust and those situations. But this is the card to say, you've got this. You've got the right instincts. You've got the right backing. You've got the right attitude, and that there is going to be like a spiritual guidance that you have. It's in your head. You've got all this knowledge, all this power, all this internal direction. You will make the right decision, but just bear in mind a couple of these things. And you're good. And this is a card of hope too. It's a very positive card. And to see it under this line, under these two cards, which could give you a little pause or make you think for a minute, like, Jesus, maybe this isn't as amazing as I thought it was. It is, and it will be. You just bear some things in mind. And maybe you needed to hear that. Maybe that's the whole point of this. Like, yes, things are going very well for you right now. You've been through something. You've, I think, lost a couple friends or whatever. But you're on a kick right now. Like, you are moving, things are happening, and just, just take care of yourself. Think about things. And that was a hasty way of summing it up, but I've already told you all about it. And you know this. I don't need to harp on these details. You know this. And like, I just look at where people on this are looking, and we've got the Magician looking at the decisions. Like, there's just a power in like really knowing that you can do whatever you want. You can make anything happen. Just like he uses all his tools, you're going to really use all your knowledge and all your background, and you're really going to take that into account. And Temperance, who has this great balance and this harmony and knows exactly what's right for you, because this is you. This is your internal, just your internal balancing system, is also looking at this card and just saying like, what's my gut? Where's my gut check on this? This is a gut check card. Okay. And then of course, to have these together, it just makes me further explain that like things are going to be lovely. And we've got the star here to tell you that. Yeah. And I'm not even going to pull any more cards because I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating the same thing I've said. And There's no reason. You're good. Things are good. We are gonna get we are gonna do 2 more cards, but that's it. We're gonna get a good luck charm from Spirit and a like word of warning, like a cautionary word from Spirit. These are her messages. This is all her message, but this is a little bit more. And yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so this is your good luck charm from Spirit. Cut the cords of doubt. And this is your like word of warning. Fall in love with your own story. So cut the cords of doubt as a good luck charm could not be more literal. I could talk about it for 5 hours or 5 seconds, and I'll just say, eliminate your doubt. Okay. And don't do that. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the situation. Take the facts, ponder, but just if you had any doubt, don't doubt. Okay. And then for like a word of warning, fall in love with your own story. I'm going to say this again as like a moving forward gut check card. This is your baby, your project, your thing, and keep it as yours. Make it yours. Don't let anyone else paint it with their brush. It is yours, and it is yours to love and yours to nurture. It's your baby. Whatever you create is yours. It's your story. It's your energy. It's your whole being. And just don't forget that. Don't lose sight of that. And yeah, and this is a very good reading. This is 888. I loved the picture of the wine. I get this reading, and yet when I try to explain it, I feel like I'm always stuck on the same words. But I think if you are here, you get it too. And I hope you see the positive, really positive things that are happening and outcomes for you. So if you have anything to share, comments, I was gonna say questions, but I can't tell you any more about this beyond this right here. But anything you want to share with me, like, subscribe, please do. But Happy New Year, and I wish you the best, and I hope to be able to read for you again. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello. This is where I thank you. I will try to make this thank you last just a few seconds and not 5 minutes, but really thank you. And I got a comment from my first comment from someone I don't know. And thank you to the people I do know who have commented. That just fed my soul. So thank you to them if they ever hear this. But I didn't know a woman, and she commented and she said that the video resonated with her. And I just almost cried. I was so happy that this person who I don't know and might not ever know left that comment. So if you do have anything to share and you want to, I would love, love, love to hear it. For whatever reason, I'm not able to post her comment, but that's fine. I got the message and it meant everything. But yeah, if you have anything that feels good and natural to share with me, I would love to hear it. But I'm really Happy New Year, and these were good readings. All of them ended on a high note, and I truly believe this year is going to be just everything the last couple of years haven't on so many levels. I feel it in my own personal life. I just feel like things are looking up. I feel like I have the mindset to really just see things brighter and better than I have in a while. And yeah, I think that's the vibe. So we're going to go with that. But please tune back, and I just thank you so much. If you're listening to this, I really appreciate it. I'll say thank you again. All right. Thank you and good night. Bye.